everyone, and welcome to the Lines in Tarot. Today I will be doing a reading on Sam Okyere. I kind of want to get into what's going on with him right now and basically the end result to, all of the drama that he's facing. We also had recent news on him having a sexual harassment scandal, so I want to get into all of that business and more. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back again. It's time to step into the lion's den. So let's get started, Cubs. We're going to start off with a personality reading like we do in all of these, most of them. We're going to be using our Caroline May's archetype cards, and we're just going to get a general personality reading on Sam Okyere. Okay. All right. Sam, step into the den. Okay. 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 Oh, did I flip this? Can't tell. Oh well. Okay. So let's start off. We have the Advocate. It says inspires you to put compassion into action. We have God. It says benevolence and compassion for recognizing an eternal force within yourself and others. We have Knight in reverse. It says alliance to destructive ruler or principle or romantic delusions. We have Rebel. It says challenges authority to affect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. We have Storyteller, making up tales that harm others. And we also have Trickster, manipulating others through duplicity. Okay, so Sam, so far we have a very interesting set of traits here. Basically, overall, it's just talking about how Sam, he has a purpose, and his purpose is to make make a change in Korea. And, we have Advocate and God, and even Rebel upright. I'll make sure that all the uprights are here and reverse are there. So, it's talking about him going out of his way to make changes, to be, an advocate for his people while over in Korea. Now, I do see that he does have bad tendencies for when it comes to stories, that he may have some stories that are supposed to have a moral to it that can be very counterproductive. So, example would be him trying to explain, let's say he's trying to explain racism and he uses a story to explain it. It can be a very bad equivalent or example of a story, and that can end up backfiring or having the opposite effect that he may have intended. So as much as it does seem like he's trying to advocate for blackness and black people in Korea, there's also a very bad tendency to sort of how do I put this, like there's a bad tendency to trying to explain things with stories that either are just not true, or just don't have the same goal that he expected it to have, like the same outcome that he expects it to have. This could also be some counterproductive things on maybe him having a more open view of a type of racism, and in that sense ending up stepping on the toes of, let's say, black women, because I've seen a lot of black men who are against anti-black racism, but they only view it through a lens of a black man and never are advocates for black women. So, hair, that's something that black people in general, but mostly black women, you know, are very passionate about. They'll be the ones to talk about people treating them like they're scary black men, but then, you know, turn around and say that a woman's hair, you know, you're being overreactive about the hair. So it could be something like that. Not necessarily the hair thing, but I just want to give you an example. So it could be him being an advocate for his people, but at the same time stepping over and on the toes of other people in that marginalized group, as well as bad tendencies to over-exaggerate stories to the point that it backfires or doesn't help him at all. So that's what we have. There is ego here as well. He does see himself, I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with seeing yourself as handsome. He definitely does see himself as, like, he takes a lot of pride in being like the famous black man in Korea. I'm definitely seeing him like there is some ego here. I'll just put there's ego there. This is a personality reading, by the way. You can find that in the community section of my YouTube channel. Go there. I'll have price listings for these readings. So if you'd like to purchase a personality reading for yourself, just hit me up at thelionsandtarot@yahoo.com or thelionsandtarot at Google that. Wait, at dang, I don't even Gmail. Gmail. Oh God, I'm all over the place today. So next, I kind of want to know, like, how is Sam kind of feeling right now with everything going on in Korea and how Korea is attacking him? He's already feeling like it's a miracle that he's not already out yet. I do think, like, you know, he's accepted the fact that he can't turn back what happened. I also feel like there is some acceptance from people who are close to him or around him. Yeah, he is feeling very insecure. Like, he's very, he doesn't, I don't think he feels safe now, actually. I don't think he feels safe at all. I don't think he feels safe at all, and he wants the people to forgive him, which is unfortunate. That's the bad thing about, you know, being a foreigner and, you know, being someone on foreign land, because as much as he's trying to advocate, even though in my opinion, and from what I've seen, honestly, like, Korea is doing too much, and you know, they're in the wrong. Like, they could have just stated, hey, don't post under, you know, kids who are in high school. That's a thing we have. Cool. But they're doing way too much. Even the sending the blackface pictures to him. And it's really unfortunate because I'm seeing him wanting their forgiveness, which it makes him look like a beggar. It's just a bad look. It's an all around bad look. But he does want their forgiveness. He wants to be forgiven because he wants his image back. He wants his position back. And it's making things very hard for him to move in Korea. Exactly. It's very hard for him to work in Korea now because he has so much drama and so much, just so much drama attached to him right now because of the scandal. And it's like, even with this balance thing and everyone's unhappy, it's like the fairness it's not level. Like, it's not equal. What he did is not equal to the amount of harassment that he's receiving at all. They're not on equal planes. So it's just like, you know, he said his piece. Was called out for it, apologized, but now he's being attacked by the nation as a whole, where there's no one really attacking Korea or their people, just only commenting on the people who did wrong. So he feels like, you know, this is the scales are extremely unbalanced and it's very unfair. And that's kind of like where he's going, what's going on with him emotionally. Okay, and that was an oracle reading, by the way. You can also find that on my channel in the community section under price listings. Yeah, so if you would like an oracle reading, also hit me up at thelionsandtarot@yahoo.com. Okay, so I want to get into this harassment scandal. I really don't, only because someone translated the text messages, and honestly, The first thing that it seemed like the conversation was pretty respectful, and then the woman told to him basically, I heard that once you go black, you don't go back, and that's when they decided to start flirting with each other. So I'm not sure where this harassment came from when she was the one who initiated, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, initiated the flirting. So let's see. Did Sam harass this woman? Okay. First of all, they never got together. They never got together. She wasn't actually that interested, to be honest. She really, I don't know if she has man or not. Maybe that's why. It was definitely more of a curiosity thing. It's not anything where she planned on settling down with anyone. I'm not seeing any harassment. This is definitely off the clock kind of, hey, we're having a conversation, and it is what it is. I'm not seeing any harassment, but I'm also not seeing them hook up either. It looks like it was just flirting and that was it. Let's see, did they hook up? No, they did not hook up. They didn't hook up. How does this woman feel about Sam? She's fine. Okay, she is not in any way feeling like Sam harassed her. She's got the 9 of Cups here. She's fine. Like, she was glad that she got to talk to him. If anything, she wished he was a little more aggressive with her, to be honest. Ooh, I'm seeing like she had no choice. Who released this? Did she release it, or did someone tell her to release it? Because it looks like she didn't have a choice in releasing it. It looked like somebody made her like release the text messages. So that seems like tea in itself. Looked like somebody was behind the scenes and told her to release it, or shamed her into releasing it. Okay. So yeah, last question I want to ask is basically, what's next in store for Sam Okyere? Will he leave? Will he continue work? I want to know what's the next biggest thing. Let me open this so I don't burn my curtains down. Lord help me. What's the next biggest thing to happen for Sam? The outlook is not going to be good. Like I was saying before, with this imbalance, there's still going to, like, there's this huge imbalance of scales, and like, regardless of who's right or wrong, Korea is going to side with Korea regardless, and Sam is going to lose. And we have the sun, so there is going to be things that come, to light. There are going to be things that get exposed, or even an acknowledgement of who may be wrong, or some sort of acknowledgement of it. But Sam's going to lose, if he hasn't already, a lot of deals and jobs. It's going to be very rough for him. Financially, he's not going to be anywhere near as stable as he was before. And honestly, his overall view from the public is going to be very negative. So, yeah, Sam just is basically in a slow downward spiral. Maybe he's going to turn to alcohol as well. He needs to be careful of abusing alcohol, because that is definitely something that I can see him doing. Very stressed out, taking it out on himself, regretting so many decisions, and just basically overall feeling extremely bullied and trapped in where he is. Ooh, I knocked over my cards. I mean, Eventually, he may seem like he's gotten stronger and start to power up through. Ooh! I think eventually he's just going to suck it up and leave. Eventually, he may suck it up and leave. I don't know how long this will take, though. This could be 4 years. This could be a few years. Or it could be next month. I don't know when. But I do see that he may be going to leave, honestly. Because I don't think things are going to get that much better for him. Like, he may have a time where he sort of powers through it, or just for a little bit, and it seems like things are getting better, and then he just leaves. So it may be something like that. So yeah, that's what we have for sample charity. This is a tarot reading. Usually I organize it a little bit different for personal readings, but if you would like a tarot reading, email me at thelionsandtarot@yahoo.com or lionsandtarot@gmail. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed it, Cubs. Let me know your thoughts. You know, what do you think? You think he should stay? He should go? What are your opinions on what happened? Who do you think is in the wrong? Or do you think it's a gray area? Like, what do you think should be done to fix the situation? Like, I want to know all of your thoughts. But this is what we have, and I will see you guys next time in the Lion's Den.